What if I told you you could double or even triple your business in 2023? It's true. It's possible. I know this because I've done it for my clients and I've done it for my own business over and over again. So if you're ready to build, promote, or scale your business in 2023, then hop on over to jennielyon.com/chat and schedule a free consultation with me. And when you schedule the free consultation, mention this podcast, and I will do a free SEO audit for you right after our free consultation, whether we work together or not. Well, hello, welcome back to Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm really excited to kick off the new year talking about all things social media. So I have so many free resources, videos, podcasts, checklists, workbooks, templates, you name it, on the website over at jennielyon.com/freebies. So make sure you download them and put them into play in 2023. It will make a huge difference in your business. And while you're here, grab a pen and paper because I'm going to make all of my podcasts for this coming year actionable. So I want to give you tips and strategies and tactics that you can incorporate into your digital marketing this week that will make a difference in your business. So these tips are simple things that you can implement right after the podcast that is going to get you the results that you're going to really love. All right, let's jump into it. So creating scroll-stopping social media content can be a challenge, but it is a really important aspect of building a successful online presence. And with so much competition out there to grab people's attention, especially on social media, finding ways to make your content stand out and grab their attention is crucial. So in today's podcast, I want to explore 7 key strategies for creating scroll-stopping social media content that is going to keep your followers engaged and coming back for more. So whether you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a content creator, or even if you own a very large business, these tips will really help to take your social media content to the next level. So first up is you want to use really visually appealing graphics and imagery. So by using visually appealing graphics and imagery, you really create this powerful way to grab people's attention. Those really high quality and eye-catching graphics will help your content stand out from the crowded feed. And it also helps to really convey your message more effectively. So when selecting imagery for your social media content, it's really important to choose pieces that are relevant to your message, but overall visually pleasing. So this can really include using images with vibrant colors or interesting compositions or unique perspectives. It's also a really good idea to use high-resolution images that are properly sized for each of the platforms that you're using. And by using visually appealing graphics, you can really increase the chances that your content is going to stop people in their tracks and encourage them to interact with your brand. Step 2 is to use engaging headlines. So an engaging headline is a really important element for any social media post. It can really be the first thing that people see when they come across the content. So an interesting and compelling headline, again, will stop people in their tracks and really encourage them to click on the post to learn more. So to creating an engaging headline, it's really important to consider what your audience is interested in and what can you put in that post that's going to grab their attention. So this might include strong action verbs. It could be making a bold statement. It could even be using numbers or lists to break up the text. And it's also a really good idea to keep your headline short and to the point, as people are often scrolling very quickly through their social media feed, and they will not read a lot of text. So you really want to make sure that you're crafting engaging headlines, and that way you can really increase the chances that your content will be seen and clicked on by your followers. Step 3, video. Video needs to be the front runner in your social media strategy. And by including video in your content, it's a really powerful way to grab people's attention very, very quickly. And it's great for driving engagement. Video content is highly engaging, and it's also a really great way to showcase your brand, your product, or your service in a way that is both appealing, but also informative. So when you're creating videos for social media, it's really important that you keep them short and to the point. Short. Think short. As people are often, again, scrolling quickly through the feed, they will not stop to watch something that is very long. So you want it to be very short and engaging. It also needs to be very high quality and, again, visually appealing. This will really increase the chances that people will watch your video and share them with their followers. So in addition to creating your own videos, you can also share relevant and interesting videos from other sources to help your content stand out and really capture people's attention. Step 3 is use storytelling in your content. So storytelling in your social media content is a really powerful way to capture people's attention and keep them engaged. People love a great story. And by incorporating storytelling elements into your social media, you can really make it more interesting and memorable. So you want to use storytelling as a way to really pull them in. So you want to consider using elements such as plot, character development, and conflict to really craft a narrative that's going to resonate with your audience. And it's also a really good idea to use storytelling to highlight customer experiences or showcase your brand's values and mission. And when you're using storytelling in your social media, it can really create a more personal and emotional connection with your audience and help your content stand out in a crowd. Step 4 is make the most of social media. So I have a workbook. It's actually called Making the Most of Social Media. You can grab it at jennylyon.com/social media. And it's a workbook that really shows you how to utilize the strengths of each social media network to get the word out about your business. And since there are so many different social media networks out there, and each serving a different purpose, you really want to make sure that you're on the right platforms. So while Facebook connects you to your friends and their friends, other platforms like Twitter allows you to share your thoughts in really quick, small bits. So making sure that you are utilizing the strengths of each of the social media networks is really the secret to online digital marketing. And in this workbook, I teach you how to get the most out of all of them. All right, step 5 is to use interactive elements. So interactive elements in social media, fun, super fun, but also effective in engaging your audience and driving more interaction with your content. So you want to think about interactive elements like polls or quizzes, challenges, surveys, anything that's going to encourage people to interact with the content, share their opinions, participate in activities, or even compete with their friends. Anything that's going to drive more engagement and more exposure for your brand. And when using interactive elements in your social media, it's really important to make sure that it's very relevant to your brand and your audience, and also very easy to use. And by using interactive elements, then you can also create a more interactive and engaging presence, and then help your content again stand out. Step 6 is the power of user-generated content. I feel like I talk about this a lot, but user-generated content on social media is amazing, and it can be a really great way to create a sense of community and encourage more people to engage with your brand. So user-generated content is really any type of content that's created by your followers or your customers. So that could be anything from videos, photos, even written reviews. And by sharing this type of content on your social media channels, it can really help to create that sense of community, and it makes your brand feel more relatable and authentic. And it also encourages people to engage, and it makes them feel more connected to you than any other type of content. So when you're using user-generated content on social media, it is important to ensure that you have the permission to use the content, give the credit where the credit is due. And using user-generated content, it can really create that engagement and authenticity that we all really crave for on social media. And last but not least is step 7, which is to keep it timely and relevant. So keeping your social media content timely and relevant is really key to creating that scroll stopping content that's going to pull in and engage that audience. So that means sharing content that is current, that is relevant to what is happening in the world or your industry, as well as content that resonates with your audience interest and needs. So by staying up to date on the latest trends and events, you can really create content that is more likely to capture people's attention and drive that engagement. But it's also important to consider your content's timing, and you want to make sure that you're posting it at the time that it's most likely to be seen and engaged with by your audience. And keeping that content timely and relevant, again, creates that more engaging and valuable social media presence and builds a stronger connection with your following. All right, so here's the fun part. Here's the action steps for this week. So grab your pen and paper, jot these down. It's super simple, but I'm telling you, it'll make a huge difference in your social media strategy. You'll see a difference at the end of the 7 days. And then this is a fun strategy that you can just rinse and repeat. All right, so grab your paper and pen and plan out the next week's worth of social media content for your most important channel. So just pick one. Don't think you have to post everywhere. Pick one. And if you aren't sure where to start, pick the channel that you think your audience is most likely to be hanging out on. So for example, let's say that you're going to choose Instagram. So pick 7 topics that you can cover in 7 posts over the course of the next week. And if you're not sure what topics to cover, here are some that will definitely work. 1, a personal insight. 2, behind the scenes. 3, your why you do what you do. 4, about you. 5, benefits. So think benefits of working with you. 6, showcase one of your products or services. And 7, something encouraging or inspirational. Once you have those topics outlined, then just write 1 post for each of them. Make sure that you're including an engaging headline, think short, and something that's interesting and compelling and that will stop people in their tracks and encourage them to click. Here's where you want to think storytelling. Everyone loves a good story and wants to stand out. So whatever that headline is, make it eye-catching, grab them, pull them in. Then pick a visually appealing graphic or image for each of those posts. For one of the posts, create a video. Then when you post or when you schedule these, make sure that you're using interactive elements on each of the posts. So make sure that each post has a question, a poll, a quiz, a challenge, something engaging, something actionable, something that's going to give your audience a call to action. Then once all of those are scheduled with hashtags, make sure that you're scheduling them at different times of the day throughout the week. So maybe on Monday, post it in the afternoon. On Tuesday, post it in the morning. And Wednesday, post it later at night. Play around with the dates and times. This way, at the end of the 7 days, you can see what days of the week and what times of the day work best for your audience. Then once your post goes live, spend maybe 15 minutes interacting with your audience and people outside of your audience who you'd like to be part of your audience. So go into their accounts, like their posts, leave engaging comments, so ask questions, be social on social media. And then at the end of the 7 days, analyze the results. Just look at your analytics. Which posts work the best? Which ones did not work at all? Write more posts that are like the ones that your audience really loved, and any that fell flat, skip those and pick a new topic for next week. Then simply rinse and repeat week after week, fine-tuning your strategy as you go. So in conclusion, creating really scroll-stopping content for social media, it can feel like a challenge, and it can be, but it's really an important aspect of building a successful online presence. And by implementing strategies like using visually appealing graphics and imagery, crafting those engaging, show-stopping headlines, incorporating video, using these different storytelling techniques, utilizing interactive elements, sharing user-generated content, and staying timely and relevant, you can really create content that's going to capture people's attention, drive more engagement, and really is going to overall grow your business. And by following these tips, by creating a more engaging and effective social media strategy and connecting with your audience meaningfully, which is what we all want. And of course, if you do need help with your social media strategy, or you need someone to take over your social media presence entirely, either way, please reach out. I'm always happy to chat. You can do so at jennielyon.com/chat. And I would love so much if in this beautiful new year, you would take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. So if you like what you hear on Digital Marketing Made Simple, please consider rating and reviewing my show. You can just click over to the link in the show notes, scroll to the bottom, tap to rate with 5 stars. You can even write a review. I would love that. I would absolutely love to hear what episodes you like the most. And if you haven't done so already, then please subscribe. I'll be adding new content weekly, and I definitely don't want you to miss out, and really put these actionable steps into play in your business and really grow it to that next level. All right, well, that's what I have for you this week with 7 steps to create scroll-stopping content for social media. I hope you found these tips helpful. I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.